Eu não consegui mais não, eu tenho outra aqui. Project.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello.
Hello.
Good morning, everybody.
Let me see your faces.
Morning.
Good morning. Can you hear me well?
Can you hear me well?
Morning.
Actually, there's an echo.
Yes, I do.
Echo. Renata, the echo it's your side.
It's mine, right? I know because we have some people here on the background
Ah,
behind the
okay,
scenes.
okay.
So we are testing a few things. But how about now? Is it better?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's better.
So let me
Without
tell you something. Thank God you all know me. So I'm going to be transitioning to two screens. So I'm going to ask you guys if you have any trouble listening or, watching me, just let me know, okay? Yes. How are you doing? I'm so excited for today's lesson. Is everyone ready? Class started.
Yeah.
I think so.
I think so.
You can talk to me. Come on. So, first of all, I just want to say how incredibly happy and excited I am for today's class. Not just because we are working with some beautiful material, but also because this moment feels really special to me. The last time I organized a group class like this was back in 2018, right, Gia? In my old studio.
Yeah, that's right.
He was there actually, which, fun fact, was actually inside my mom's house. That session was the final class we had there before we moved into a bigger space. Um, but beyond these personal memories, can you guys hear me well? Beyond these personal memories, what truly excites me is that I truly believe that one of the most valuable parts of learning English is the ability to speak in public and interact with others in real conversations. So wait, there's one more person coming in. So guys, the purpose today is to make the most of the session, enjoy the process, and of course, speak a lot of English, okay? A question. Did any of you check out the material or watch the video? Yes? No? Come on, guys, you can talk. You can talk. Where you can open your microphones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, actually I watched last night once the video, but I didn't went deeply to the material. Sorry,
right.
hey.
No, that's
Was not
totally
time
fine. And I sent the material a little late. So it's totally, and no worries. It wasn't mandatory. I know some of you had the chance to chat, to talk to me about it during class this week. But if you did take a look, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Did anyone else check out the material or watch the video? Guys, you can open your camera. Don't worry. You are all students. You all know me, you know. It's Saturday. It's fine if you are in your pajamas. You can just, you know, just open your camera. Let's get to know each other here.
I think we're not downloading this soul yet.
You are
You
what?
know, downloading the soul in the body
Exactly. You're
because
downloading the
it's
soul
Saturday
back.
morning.
Good
So I
morning,
watched the
Flavio.
video when I start the day today. So
You
very
watched a
quickly,
little bit?
yeah, a little bit.
Okay, that's good. What did you think?
Very interesting.
Mhm.
Very interesting. I think the video can bring to us a very incredible topic to discuss because it's in our craziness routine. It's very important to have this type of examples and speeches to see what you can get and what you can do in this year. For example, we will start a new year, right? We are in the second month of the year, so maybe you can do something.
Great. Anyone else would like to share your thoughts about the video? If, again, you didn't watch it, it's not a problem, okay? We are going to watch together today. As I explained before, you watched once, you watched twice. That's how you absorb information. Anyone else? Hi,
Yeah,
Benno. How are you
hi
doing?
everyone. I'm sorry that I was away from
Okay,
my desk for a moment.
that's right.
Yeah, I did. I did watch the video, just not the whole video, just half
Mhm.
of the video yesterday, because I was watching very late at night. But I I thought it was very interesting the video as well. So yeah, I hope to watch again more times to understand better. But it
You
seems to be
will.
pretty good, the idea of the video. I'm
Nice.
excited to talk about it.
Me too. Actually, we had 9 people about to come in. There's one more coming in. I like this big group. I think this is gonna be my new favorite. How are you guys feeling? Are you feeling uncomfortable? Like, yes, no?
Uh, just a little bit to see myself in the video. I see my
Oh,
smashed
and
face. I'm
can you
not.
imagine me with like we have a whole group here behind the scenes. But it's okay, it's my first. Okay, great. As you all know, today, wait, today we are here not just to interact with one another, but also to refine our English, okay? And by refine our English, I mean going beyond just knowing words and grammar. Okay? This is my challenge to you guys. It's about expressing ideas more clearly and naturally, speaking with confidence, mainly in front of others, and of course, expanding vocabulary and improving fluency, why not in real conversation today, okay? So let's get started. Let's challenge ourselves. Step out of our comfort zones today and make the most of today's session. So that's why I prepared that material. We're gonna see a different dynamic there, okay? So as a tradition, and to help us feel more comfortable in this class, I'd like us, all of us, to start by introducing ourselves, but this time in a more professional way. Before introducing ourselves, I'd like to give you all a chance to use the tools I provided in your material and write down a quick self-introduction. So before we speak, we are preparing our speak, okay? In your material, do you all have access to the material or no? How is it going? Let me just share the material with you guys. I don't know if everyone has. Can you see my screen?
Yep.
Yes?
Yep.
So in your material, I included a template here of what a clear and professional self-introduction looks like. You can adjust to fit your reality and personal information. That's totally fine. Make it feel natural and authentic. Your personality, but professional. I've also included, I don't know if all of you got the chance of, check the material. I've also included some useful phrases for a professional introduction. Here we go. Okay. So feel free to use any of them or even bring in your own style, whatever makes you feel more confident. Remember our classes, okay? Feeling confident doesn't mean using difficult words, but nice combinations. Take a few minutes now to put your introduction together in a paper, and then we'll go around and share it. This is not just about getting to know each other, remember, but also about networking, refining yourself in presentation skills, something that's essential in any professional or social setting, okay? I'll give you guys a couple of minutes to think about your self-introduction. You can definitely, actually, if you, I don't know, I'm a little lost, you can definitely use the template or the example here. And if you need any help, let me know, okay? I'm just gonna mute myself for a couple of minutes and then we will return here.
Eh, eh,
Did we finish?
For me, yeah.
Yeah, good. How about the rest?
Yes.
Yes, good.
Yeah, that's fine.
She's like, it's fine, you know. Hey, just one quick thing that we are going to work like feedbacks. It's activity here, okay? It's not activity-o. Do you guys understand the word concise? Concise here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
That's a really nice word to introduce to your speech. So the ones who do not know what concise is when you give a lot of information clearly and in a very few words. It's brief but comprehensive. Okay? That's what concise means. All right, so can I stop sharing? Or you need to see something in the material? I'm going to stop sharing just for a
Okay.
second.
Okay.
Okay.
I will go first, okay, to set the tone, and then I'll give you all the opportunity to introduce yourselves. Of course, I prepared mine, same way as you. This is not just a great way to get to know each other, but also a chance to network and have your self-presentation ready to go whenever you need it, okay? So if it was me presenting myself professionally, I would say, my name is Renata Boeri. I worked as an English instructor at English Plus. My main professional focus is designing engaging classes, customized materials, and an interactive learning environment that supports achievable goals in English acquisition. One of my greatest goals for 2025 is to build a strong community like this of adult learners who not only need English for specific purposes, but also share similar challenges, experiences, and ambitions. And since English is an essential skill in today's world, I'm here to guide and support you on this journey. I'm excited to be part of this group. So, how does that sound to you? Good? Short?
Okay.
I gave a lot of information. Okay? So, who would like to go first?
I can.
I like that. I like it.
Because the first of all, because I will go. I will need to go in 20 minutes because I have games because I am judge.
Okay.
You know,
That's totally fine.
because my time zone here it's midday
Yeah,
22.
Thiago is in Portugal, guys. So
Yeah, and
a little later there.
I am basketball judge. So today it's a national championship.
Big day.
But
Go for
however, huh?
Go for it.
Okay.
Introduce yourself.
Hello everyone. My name is Thiago. I live in Portugal. I work as developer, SAP developer. Now I have a personal company. Now I am without projects here. Just I have just a project in Brazil. My main goal, my main professional focus in nowadays in improving my language. For example, in English, because here I speak in English, but here my problem is it's listened because it's Indian people, French people. It's without a default. Learning other English, it's French. I started this year and improve my career, improve my professional skills, my developer skills. English for me in Portugal, in Europe, in Brazil too. But Portugal, it's how can I say the percent of skills, the percent of position, the English skill is mandatory here. Brazil, it's okay, 20%, 25%. But for me, it's to understand uh, uh, to be part of a group. It's new modes to understand, to listen. For me, it's important in this challenge.
Nice. Thank you. Who's next? Anna, there you go. Good morning.
First step, French is hard, but it's amazing language. I hope you're enjoying
I'm
your
liking. I'm liking.
learning.
I'm enjoy. Like so, it's complicated because I need to in IT area it's complicated because every day you need to learn a new things, and every day you are late in IT things. So it's in French is my 30 30 priority in this time, but I like it.
Cool. Well, my name is Anna, but everyone call me Miki. It's my familiar name. And I'm working with a social responsibility manager at GI Group Holding. And now I have a new challenge in this year. I have the mission to create educational institute, so it's a little bit different with well, I work most part of my career is in digital platform, and now I need to literally started one, so I don't have nothing, just a dream and something like the people's with me, it's dreamers. And one of our biggest goals for 2025, it's be our first class of students. So it's something like we are prepared everything about the course to this person. And I need to improve my English because now I'm in one global employees, so I need to speak with American and Italian person, so that's the same difficult with Thiago because it's the sound of the English, it's different with I know, and I'm learning, and it's just sound a little bit different, and so I need this improved, and I'm very happy to stay here today, and it's that.
Great. Thank you, Anna. Who's gonna be next?
Okay, I can go next.
Yes, let's, warm up now. Bring it on. It's 30 minutes later. Now you guys started.
Okay, my name is Leonardo. I also work in a IT company as NOC analyst. My main role is monitoring clients' internet services and other services as well, but mostly internet services. Uh, my biggest goal professionally this year is get new certifications because as Thiago said, is in this tech world you always have to be improve yourself, you know, and every time we have new things to face. And uh, improving English for me, it's I believe it's in a general meaning, it's help us to understand better the world. Uh, like in our professional way, we we have a better English. We can, you know, have more opportunities to get to get more knowledgement, you know, to pursue better knowledgement, uh, better books, and not in professional, but I think even news, for example, that I give you guys example for yesterday that it was yesterday watching news about the world. I think if you learn English, you have like a gateway to understand better because you have more options to search for, and I think it is this. I think this is the main idea to pursue fluency in English.
Thank you, Léo. Gi,
Thank you,
Flávio,
guys.
Zinho.
Hello.
Actually, just one thing that I need to add. G was in the last big class in 2018, guys, right, G? In the
Yeah,
small
that's right.
group. So she's been following our growth for a very long time. It's a
Mm-hmm.
pleasure to have you here, G, again.
Yeah. Thank you, Rê. Since the basic
Since the
to now.
basic,
Yeah.
yes, exactly.
Yeah, that's right. So my name is my name is Gisele. I'm a chemist by education, and I've been working at BASF for almost 10 years. I started as intern and gradually progressed to my current role as laboratory coordinator. So in my current role, I'm responsible for leading a laboratory focused on studies required for registration of agricultural products. And one of my greatest goals for 2025 is improve my leadership skills to be a great leader to my team, which includes Flavio here. Yeah, and also improve my English to be able to communicate effectively since we are in a global area and I'm reporting directly to my director in Germany. So, yeah,
See,
that's
she
it.
started a long time ago, and that's how her English is today. See?
Yeah.
Flávio, since she talked about you, I mean, it's hard not to call your name. Flávio, can you hear me? It's
Are you,
hard not to call your name now. So you know, you have to introduce yourself. Can
you present to me?
can you present yourself?
Yeah, you can listen me?
Yes, perfectly.
Oh, okay.
Yes, there we go.
Okay. My name is Flavio. I work as a junior development laboratory researcher at BASF Agricultural Solutions. Currently, I'm responsible for the analytical part of studies that will be used for future product registration in the company. One of my biggest goals for 2025 is to adapt to a new culture and structure at work, and work on a specific topics that I feel that I needed. And for me, English this year is very important because I am feeling I can have more contact with the persons talking English fluently in the global team or by email, by some forum. So I feel how I need to improve my English this year. So I work with Giselle, and I think it's that.
Great. Thank you. Luizinho, are you
Thank
here?
you.
Yes, good morning, guys. Good morning, Renata.
Good morning. Luizinho is having a problem with his computer for the longest time ever with the
Long
camera. I think
time. I need
that's
a
why
new computer.
yeah, yes. So that's fine. You guys gonna hear him, okay? But Luizinho, are you ready?
Can I try? Let's go.
Okay, go ahead.
My name is Luis, but the people call me Luizinho, like Renata said. I work at a multinational company called BASF, like Flavio and Gisele. And I am responsible for a plant at company. We produce agriculture products of agriculture
Agriculture products.
agriculture products.
Yes.
I work in BASF since 2005, and since English is important to me because I like English and I always liked English. And sometimes we receive people another country and I need to talk them because of this I needed to improve my English. And I am excited to part of this class too with you.
So let me ask you guys a question. You know, our main topic today is about goals and habits, right? So I would like to ask you a question. What is the difference, in your opinion, between a goal and a habit? Okay, let's start our discussion here. Let me tell you something, guys, before we start this whole thing. While you guys were talking, I took notes of some of your mistakes or some things that we can improve about your speech. And then I'm gonna, talk to you in class next week. So otherwise we won't have time to do everything today. But I took notes about some things that we can improve in each other's speech. And then I'll bring that to you in our next class. Okay, that's the beauty of having the group class and then having the one-on-one class. So in your opinion, and everyone can talk now, what is the difference between a goal and a habit, in your opinion?
I feel like when we have a goal, maybe we just playing something that we wish to do or which have in the future, you know. And when I have habits, maybe these habits can auxiliar can help these goals make true. Or and sometimes we don't have this habit, so uh maybe we have just a wish, but this doesn't uh sometimes we have a wish, but in the future maybe we can
Doesn't
not
come true.
get the goal. Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Anyone else? Any thoughts?
Yeah,
Yeah, go ahead, Leo.
I think it's a goal. It's a object that we have to be achieved. It's an object to be achieved, and habits is small things that we can do in order to achieve this object.
Oh, there we go. Anyone else would like to share thoughts? Can you guys give me an example of a personal goal that you've achieved or a habit that you've built?
I think it's habit in general. Okay, habit. When you think regarding habit can be bad or good things. For me, the habits, it's a characteristic or a skill or anything. You don't need think regarding this. You in general, the habit is the habit. I have a habit, but you don't spend more force, strong for
Effort.
so
Effort. You said
effort. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
effort.
exactly. For example, I have a habit to go to gym because gym for me is not a static skill, but in my case it's mental skill. I need to because the answer in the I
Anxiety.
I I can feel more concentrate. But I go okay. My habit is to go to gym because I don't if I don't go to gym I can it's my brand is not so good. But I can, for example, put a goal. I need to involve my static, my body like this. But for example, the habit, I think it's a habit you can be it's bad, for example, but the goal is more a punctual.
Be either bad or good.
Yeah, yeah, I think so.
Can you guys give me an example of your own personal goals or habits, if you may?
Yeah, I think you can use the English as an example, right?
Be
I
nice.
think
They
all,
thought you did something else.
yeah, maybe all of us has this goal to be maybe fluent or advanced in English, and then our daily routine, our habits, are the way that we can achieve that goal. Like we, for example, do the English class twice a week and
Mhm.
listen an English lesson like every day, and that can be a habit that can help us to achieve the goal.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just open a parenthesis here. A goal is a specific thing, an outcome. It's a better word, outcome. It's a specific outcome you want to achieve. And a habit is the repeated action that helps you get there. So think of it this way. A goal is the destination. That's where we want to get. And a habit is the journey. It's what we do every day. So like Gisele was saying, a goal is what you want to achieve. For example, I want to speak English fluently, right? And a habit is what you do consistently to reach that goal. For example, I practice speaking English for 10 minutes every day. That's my habit. So by focusing on small daily actions, you build habits that naturally lead you to your goal. So my next question is, and let's use this example of learning and speaking English. Why do you think some people, and you can think about other goals you have in life, why do you think some people struggle to achieve their goal? Why do you think some people struggle? Is everyone here familiar with the word struggle? Yes? Do you know the meaning of the word struggle? I'm going to write on the chat for you. Struggle. Why do some people struggle to achieve their goals? Are you guys familiar with the word struggle? Struggle
Yes.
is when you have difficult
Yep.
to do something. Okay, that's the struggle. Why do you think some people
Can you repeat, Renata, please?
struggle? It's on the chat, Luizinho. Here, I wrote it.
Okay.
I wrote it down the word for you. Struggle is when you have difficult to do something, anything. Okay, not only related to goals, but I struggle. I struggle to go to the gym. Like it's hard for me to go to the gym. So why do you think some people, even us, struggle to achieve certain goals? What's your thought?
Okay, understood.
Understood?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think because when you think in that goal, it's something too big, like, and we need to create or to think about the small actions. Like we need to divide this goal into small actions and to have like this more close to be achieved, you know, and then you achieved part by part, step by step, and then you can achieve the goal. And sometimes when you get struggle to achieve the goal, I think it's because of that we didn't establish any step in the middle, and then it's too big to get there.
That's right. We don't establish like what are we gonna do every day to achieve that goal. And we give, I don't want to say excuses because everyone here has a different, routine and everything, but sometimes we do give excuses like, oh, not today, maybe tomorrow. Oh, I want to read 10 minutes a day. What is 10 minutes, right? But when we include that 10 minutes in our routine, it's hard. And at the end of the day, oh, I didn't read. So I'll start it tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. And then we don't set small goals, not even goals, like we don't set small steps in order to achieve our goals. I think for me, my personal opinion, I think what's hard for me when I want to create a new habit is to establish this small, daily routine stuff. Anyone else? You can share that.
I-
Because I believe, like, again, let's go back to learning English and speaking English. I believe this is a common goal, but I think everyone here struggle with routine because of your lifestyles, like, crazy lifestyles.
I agree with you, girls, because I feel we have to the how much we put energy in some steps. You know how important this goal is to us. How the importance of the representation of this goal in
Priority.
our life.
It's
Sorry,
priorities, like how much
priority.
prioritize
Yeah.
these.
Yes.
That's true.
Because today we have some things in our life, family, work, and other activities that we put in our week. And in the next year, we have a new routine, something changed. So we need to put the energy and administrate that uh, in that moment. So how we can balance that. I feel this is the most difficult thing to do, and we always looking for a solution. I think it's a solution because anybody have the perfect life and achieve all the goals put in the paper. So what are you looking for every year? When the end of the year, okay, next year I
Here,
want
I'll start.
I wish.
Mhm.
So
And let me tell
what
you something.
happened?
Again, I'm going to talk about myself. It's not only one thing. Sometimes I promise myself that I'm going to, okay, I have this goal. Maybe it's like two or three things. And then I'm like, maybe I'm going to postpone. But and then when I look deeply into why did I postpone? It's like for something stupid. I actually didn't do anything for that. And it's like priorities. It's like maybe it's like a conversation that actually I have with all of you here. We talk about English. Learning English now, bottom line, is important, is essential. Like you guys work there, most of you work in medium, big companies. You understand that. I don't need to convince you about how important English is for your lives. Not anymore. Not here in my public. But the thing is, we just understand that, like we just feel it under our skin when we miss something, when we lose something. when you lose a position, a better position, when we lose a better salary, when you don't get the job you want because of your English. Some of you here try to apply for jobs, and then what helped you was your English as well. So we need to understand that, but we know, cautiously we know how important English is, but we just understand it. When we lose something, then we get desperate. I need to learn English now. I need to set some goals. But and then over time, when you get comfortable again, you fall in the same pattern. Like, I'm just gonna study later and later and later. And I'm not saying that we need to be perfect, like every day we need to study. I always say that too, because it's impossible. Look at your lifestyle. You have children, you have family, you work in companies that pressure you so much, and then you have all the other things in the middle. But we need to set small things, not only for English, but for other things as well. Anyone else? I like it.
But I think we have two, of course, in my mind, we have two big problems in this process. The first one, it's you can saw the evolution. For example, it's amazing when you are learning to say hello, how are you, my name is, and one part of this process, it's something like, oh my God, I can evolution. I can understand my evolution. It's not something not happening, because of course it's happening. But it's one point of this journey. It's something like in the middle of this journey. It's something like it's I think it's easy explaining, like go to the gym. The first month it's something very hard. You have your body are feeling not well because it's
you are cursing everyone, I know.
yes. And of course, 6 months before you lost waiting, and you're feeling
Later.
better, and you're feeling better, and great. But 1 year before, you establish it's something you continues, because of course you are, you regrets. But I think this is just big problems. The first step, it's so hard, because when you go to do something new, and especially if you are an adult, we are not feeling well when we are do something for the first time, because it's hard. You feeling it's
Literally
it's
stepping out
not
of
good.
Yeah.
Yes, but I think it's the second way. It's something like I can saw my evolution, because I don't lost 10 pounds of my body extraction or something like that, and I think it's yourself motivated to continues in these scenarios is something like very. You need to more than understand how important it is. I think you something like a habit, or something like it's very, very, very important to me. I lost something, or someone to push you to this way, because I think alone it's hard. You saw your self evolution in this moment, because or it's too hard, or it's something like, oh, it's okay, but one word in a class, and 6 months ago it's something like 10, 11, or I don't know, 20 words in one class, and something magic. So what's the new? And it's I think it's two problems, and in the first step, and in the middle of the way, and you something, oh, it's okay, it's great. I understand the minimals to speak with the others, so why continues? I think it's two
Actually,
scenarios.
you're
It's
saying
hard.
something very important. we always talk about communicating English, right? And I've been talking to you, your levels, a lot about this lately. We always talk about, oh, if you communicate in English, it's good enough. But I think we have been watching this so much that we truly believe that. And yes, when
Yeah.
you are starting and you learn how to communicate, you have your first conversation, you guide your first meeting, doesn't matter if you make mistakes or not, really cool. But when you achieve a certain level, what is missing is, okay, now I can communicate. But can you really in that level? Have you truly left that basic English? And I'm not talking about verb to be or present simple. I'm talking about maturing your English to really correspond to your personality when you're speaking, to your position, to your job. So maybe what happens to us sometimes is like, okay, now I can communicate. That's what everybody say, that we can communicate. But when you achieve to the level that you can communicate, you don't learn any words. You don't adjust, you don't fit that vocabulary, you don't bring that into a more, I don't want to say formal, but like sophisticated vocabulary, combination of words.
Mhm.
You keep saying, my name's Renata Boé. I'm 37 years old. I've been instructor for over 14 years. Like, really, let's get out of that. So what I think, we are talking about English because that's my expertise, but I'm talking about other things to do, like going to the gym. I go to the gym, I start with 2 kilograms. So after 6, 7, 8 months, am I going to steal the 2 kilograms? Am I not, am I not gonna make an effort to improve my body, to learn something new, to try something new, to make mistakes again? It's like you go back to zero again, but you already have the base. And then you keep building yourself up.
Yeah,
That's
but I
very
think, I think one point related to this is because at the beginning it's too easy to see the evolution.
progress.
Like it's
Uh-huh.
something like now I can understand, now I can communicate, but then I when we think we get stuck in the English, for example, it's because uh, it's it's harder to see the evolution, and then maybe we need to change a little bit how we measure this evolution,
Exactly. You
you
need to
know.
find your
We,
way.
yeah, it will not have the same measuring system for that, you know.
And another
We
thing
will
that I'm
not
gonna
see
tell you,
like in
when
the
we
same.
are basic, again, not only in English, when we are basic to, or we are new to something, it's our progress, it's gonna be more visible because everything you learn is something new. But when you
Exactly.
have certain expertise in a certain subject, it's gonna be, of course, gonna be slower. It's just a matter of changing things around. Strategy. For my advanced, even in my intermediate students, I talk about strategy. It's not about just having a material. It's not about having the same material. It's about strategy. So what do you really need? I need English for traveling. It's completely different from the English you need. I need to lose weight because I have diabetes. It's completely different from someone who needs to lose weight because they want to feel better about themselves. It's like different strategies. Sometimes you need to be more strict to your discipline. Sometimes you can be a little more loose. And that's for everything. Again, that's for everything. All right, so listen, we are going to watch the video. Let me just share the material again because I want to give you guys some instructions about listening, okay? And that you can bring to life. Actually, it's gonna happen. Okay, we're watching the video now. It's only 8 minutes long. Let me just share the material again. Here we go. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, nice. So it's only 8 minutes long. It's a great video packed with valuable insights, okay? I've slowed down a little so you don't feel lost and can understand as much as possible, okay? Here are some listening strategy to make the most of it. Number one, guys, take notes of the main points and key ideas, okay? At the end of your material, you will find a glossary I created to guide you through any unfamiliar phrasal verbs or words from the video. I don't know if you guys saw that. There are discussion questions here. Use the glossary, okay, to guide you through. There are discussion questions we'll go over later. So I encourage you to note down relevant details that might help you during our conversation, okay? This way, when we open for discussion, you'll have a strong idea, keywords, key vocabulary, and great details to share. Take a look of this. Whoa, hold on. Take a look of the number 2 and number 3, video comprehension questions and guided discussions. That's what we're going to be doing after the video, okay? I'm going to share the video with you. Did you guys understand? Yes?
Yeah.
Any
Yes.
questions?
Yes.
Yes.
Any questions regarding to that? I'm going to share the video with you. First 2 seconds, I would like to ask you if you are understanding and listening well. I believe it's paused. Hold on. Stop sharing again. Okay, everything was going fine. Technology, guys. I love technology, but sometimes I hate technology. So here we go. Yeah, you laugh, right, Leo?
Yeah, most people say that technology
I
came
don't
to
know.
facilitate our lives, but I don't believe that so much.
You know what? Like you guys from technology, you guys love it. So I'm gonna share from here. Hold on. I know what to do now. It's my first guy, so you know. Now I think it's gonna be fine because I changed to my original screen. Yeah. Can you see that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice. So I'm going to press play. Tell me if you're listening, okay?
Okay.
Yes, everyone?
Yeah, we
Yes.
can hear.
Okay, so I'm gonna make it a bigger screen. Here we go.
One way to think about it is just kind of basic math. Like if you just look at the numbers, if you were able to improve by 1% each day for an entire year, and those gains compound, you would end up 37 times better at the end of the year. And if you were to get 1% worse, you would whittle yourself almost all the way down to 0. What's interesting here is that everybody wants a transformation, right? Everybody wants a radical improvement. We want rapid success. But we fail to realize that small habits and little choices are transforming us every day already. For the rest of this talk, there are 4 stages of habit formation. I'm going to take you through each of those 4. So the 4 stages are noticing, wanting, doing, and liking. Noticing, wanting, doing, and liking. One of my favorite things about noticing, one of my favorite strategies for discussing it, it's called implementation intentions. Many people think that they lack motivation when what they really lack is clarity. They think that they need to get more motivated, that they need willpower in order to execute on a habit. If I just felt like writing, if I just felt like meditating, if I felt like working out, then I would do it. But in fact, they don't have a plan for it, and so they wake up each day thinking, I wonder if I'll feel motivated to write today. I wonder if I'll feel motivated to work out today. But instead, you can take the decision making out of it by explicitly stating when, where, and how you want to implement the habit. It sounds easy to say, let's just start a plan, let's write down exactly what you should do, and then maybe you'll follow through on it. But of course, we all know that there are challenges that arise. It's not quite that easy. So here's a little strategy that I like to use to make sure you can come up with a better plan of action, and it's called a failure pre-mortem. So the way that it works is you think about the habit, the project, the goal, whatever the most important thing is that you want to work on. And then I want you to imagine, fast forward 6 months from now, and you failed. And then tell the story of why you failed. What happened? What challenges did you encounter? What was it that took you off course? Once you have all that stuff laid out on the table in front of you, you can start to make better choices about how to develop a plan. You can start to have if-then plans. So not only do I want to exercise for 20 minutes on Monday at 5 p.m., but also if I do not exercise because I have to take my kid to practice or whatever, then Tuesday morning at 7 a.m. I will go in, right? You can have ways to adjust for these challenges. Stage 2, wanting. One of the most overlooked drivers of habits and human behavior is our physical environment. And this is an interesting insight about our desires. Your environment often influences them. We want things simply because they are an option, right? Simply because they are in front of us at the time. Thankfully, you don't have to be the victim of your environment. You can also be the architect of it. You can decide to design something to make your good behaviors easier and your bad behaviors harder. So, when it comes to habits, if you want to practice your guitar more frequently, put it right in the middle of your living room so you run across it all the time. If you want to read more, when you make your bed in the morning, take the book you want to read, put it on top of the pillow. When you come back that night, pick it up, read a few pages, go to sleep. Many of our desires are simply shaped because we have an environment that shapes us in that way. So the moral of this story is I've never seen someone stick to positive habits in a consistent fashion in a negative environment. Maybe you can overpower it once or twice. Maybe you can have the willpower to do the right thing on one day. But if you're constantly fighting against those forces, it's going to be very hard to follow through. Stage 3, doing. The important insight here, especially for habits, is that in the beginning, the most important thing is just to shut up and put your reps in. Just make sure that you hone the skill, right? And you can start to think of it, the way that I like to think of it is that any outcome that you wish to achieve is just a point along the spectrum of repetitions. So if you have few reps to more reps, and you can imagine an easy goal, a moderate goal, a hard goal, the more reps that you put in, the more likely you are to achieve that goal. Now, what I like to say is you should optimize for the starting line, not the finish line, right? So often when we think about habits, goals, routines, achievements, it's all about the milestone. We think about how much weight we want to lose, how much money we want to earn, how many subscribers we want to have. It's all fixed on the finish line. But instead, if you can optimize for the starting line and make it as easy as possible to get started and get your reps in, often the outcomes just come as a natural result. Okay, stage 4, liking. The only reason that we repeat behaviors is because we enjoy them, because we like the reward. If we don't enjoy the experience along the way, we're unlikely to stick with it. And that means that you need to figure out ways to bring a reward into the present moment because good habits have a problem. And that problem is that for good habits, the immediate consequence is there. There's a cost that happens in the moment, but the reward is often delayed. So you need to figure out how to bring the reward into the present moment to stick to a good habit. And someone else who's going to be speaking here, Seth Godin, had a very nice little quote about this, where it's the best way to change long-term behavior is with short-term feedback. And one way to think about that is that long-term behaviors, sticking with writing for years on end or going to the gym and so on, they have those delayed consequences. So you need a way to enjoy it in the moment. So here's what I think you should do. Get a wall calendar where you can see every day of the year mapped out on it. And then any day that you do your task of writing jokes for 15 minutes, I want you to just put an X on that day. And you'll have a couple false starts here and there, but at some point you're going to get a little bit of a chain going, right? You get 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days in a row. And at that point, your only goal becomes to don't break the chain. Doesn't matter how good or how bad the jokes are, doesn't matter if it makes it into your material, just don't break the chain. What's interesting about this is that by measuring your progress, you get an immediate reward in the moment, right? The reward of like having a great stand-up routine 40 days from now or 40 weeks from now or whatever, is not, it's so delayed that you need something in the moment that makes you feel good. So if you do those 15 minutes, you can cross that off. That's a way to get an immediate hit, a little bit of a reward by tracking it. We often fear that in order to achieve something new, to become someone new, we have to abandon everything that we are. But in fact, that's not how it works. Change can happen plank by plank, board by board, habit by habit. And gradually, you can become someone new. With consistency and repetition, you can actually change not only your results, but actually your identity. Is because the more evidence that we have for a belief, the more likely we are to believe it. So if you go to church every Sunday for 20 years, you believe that you are religious. If you study Spanish every Thursday night for 20 minutes, you believe that you are studious. The actions that you take provide evidence for who you are. And it's not that habits matter more necessarily on an individual basis. Each moment in life matters, but what ends up happening is that over the broad span of time, things that you do once or twice fade away, and things that you do time after time, day after day, week after week, accumulate the bulk of the evidence for what you believe about yourself. And so every action that you take is actually a vote for the type of person that you want to become. If you want to become someone new, then you can take a new action and begin to accumulate evidence for that identity, for that belief about yourself. And that the more votes that you cast, the more likely you are to win the election. You don't need to be unanimous. You don't have to be perfect all the time. You just need to have the body of work. So true change is actually not behavior change. It's not results change. It's not process change. It's identity change. The goal is not to read a book, it's to become a reader. The goal is not to write a book or write an article, it's to become a writer. The goal is not to run a marathon, it's to become a runner, to become a type of person, to develop an identity. And the way to being something or becoming someone is through doing something. So every time you sit down to write, every time you practice that habit, you are being a writer. Every time you play a sport, you're being an athlete. Every time you practice painting or music or whatever, you are being an artist. And habits are not only the method through which we achieve external measures of success, like losing weight or earning more money or meditating and reducing stress. They are also the path through which we achieve internal change and actually become someone new. They're the path through which we forge the identity that we have, the deepest beliefs we have about ourselves, our sense of self. And so if you can change your habits, you can change your life. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
so let me just, I don't know what to do, but I'm gonna figure it out.
ClickUp AI Note Taker is different than
Sharing. Okay, so what do you think? Tell me.
Yeah, I think he's right. I want to just point some idea that people
Yeah.
was talking before the video. And one of the struggle that we have is when we achieve a certain level, you get used to, and don't improve because if you feel comfortable, right? About the level that you achieve, and um, then you don't go forward because you don't have the challenge. You have That's the idea to go out of the box, right? To be uncomfortable in order to get improved. Uh, I think you want one nice strategy for that is start to in English, for example, is uh, to test your English in day-to-day things and in different areas. For example, you used to learn your English to talk in your work, right? In your business. But have you tried, for example, learning English for your cooking,
Like trying
right?
different stimulus, right?
Yeah, like stimulus in different habitat. You can, and that is very nice thing to realize because it's a very day-to-day thing, but usually we don't uh,
Don't think about it.
realize that yeah, think about it and realize that we're not proficient in these, day-to-day things. So uh, try do this some tests like this, right? And trying to learn some recipe in English, and you realize that you don't know how to
Say
uh,
other things.
yeah,
Like, oh,
simple
like maybe
words like
you know that, but you
scooping.
don't even like because you don't use much, then
Yeah,
Mhm. That's
and
a nice advice.
is another way that you challenge yourself and regain this idea of competition is also another thing that can make you uh, go forward to understand more. But I think this strategy also is very cool for your improve your
Trying
English.
different stimulus. Guys, let me tell you something. I'm gonna our time is short as always. I'm gonna share the material with you. What I want to do with you, since we are four now, you guys are four now. Can you see the material again?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
So I'm gonna put you guys in pair, okay? And then I really, really, I'm gonna visit. It's new for me too here at Zoom. I know what to do, but I'm gonna visit your rooms. I really, really want you guys to speak only in English, okay? I'm gonna give you, it's 10:20. I'm gonna give you 5 to 7 minutes to discuss. Wait, let me just to discuss these number 2 and number 3 between the pair. Okay, so I'm gonna say Flavio and Ana together, and then Leonardo and G together. I would like you to discuss these questions here. Okay, the main difference between goals and habit. What does James emphasize? Habits over goals, like we discussed a few things here as well. Try to use some words from the glossary. So that's why it's important to have your material in hand. So maybe one of you can share the material so you guys can, one of you take notes of what you're discussing, because after 5 to 7 minutes, we're going to return to the main classroom and then we are going to present the answers to one another. Okay? Did you understand? Only,
Yeah.
yes, only in English, please. Use your words, use your glossary, try to use the new words. Even if you do like, oh, how do I use this again? Go back to the glossary. You probably you took notes from the video, like we we agreed, use the words from the video, take notes of your discussion, because when we return to the main classroom, we are going to present these answers, okay? All right?
Okay. I just have one question.
Sure.
The guy in the beginning of the video, he said about reps, but
Repetitions.
I didn't understand what
Reps,
he meant.
like how many times you do something, like 2 reps, 3 reps, 2 times, 3 times. Reps,
Okay.
repetition. Okay? So let me share, let me break you guys into rooms, and then I'll see you guys in 5 minutes, okay? So it's gonna be Leo and G,
Okay.
and then in room number 2, it's gonna be Flavio and Anna. All right.
You just need to pray to
Yes,
press
you just
join.
join. Yes, you just join the room, please.
Zoom is not I'm not used to Zoom. But now can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
I also open
Where's
in my
okay.
open
Okay.
this in my other screen, so
Okay. Yeah, I have just my notebook, my laptop here.
the the same way to understand habits and goals. So I think we can discussion about it because
Mhm. It specified the number 10 you think you're talking about, right? Empathize habits over goals. You're talking about the question number 10 or in general?
in general, I think all the
Okay.
questions is the same thing, and
Yeah.
we are speak the same objectives. Of course, we have
Mm-hmm.
the specifically when we speak about it something per goals or per systems is a 14, but I think it's about the life and the habits, so it's
Uh-huh.
very close
Yes.
answers,
Yes, I
questions,
agree.
not answers. She's continues is like I'm looking for my side because
Do you have it? Do you have it?
yeah, I think it's to answer the 9. Well, I agree with you. I think we already answered this question.
Yeah.
I think it's a goal. It's a main object to achieve,
Mm-hmm.
and the habit is the little steps that you do.
Yeah.
Uh, and one thing it's very interesting that the guy said in the video is about um, you need to focus on the things in the activities that you do continuously,
Mm-hmm.
not the end achievement. Like, if you want to become a writer, uh,
You need to read like right.
yeah, you start to write,
Yeah.
you start
Yeah.
to write and become comfortable of putting your idea in a test, and then start to learn your struggles uh, about writing, and when you focus on writing, and you start to understand the problems that you have, you pursue the solution for the things that you recognize that you don't know what you're doing wrong. It's
Mm-hmm.
different than you start to think, oh, I have to.
With this guy, so it's different. It's
Yeah, I can understand. I think
but Anthony,
yeah, in the beginning of the class, you're talking about French. So in that moment, I feel I disagree because you did a
Mm-hmm.
Usually, when someone wants to go to the gym, they have the main goal. I want to go to the gym to have the shape of this a nice shape of those people that have been seen on the streets lately.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and you don't think about it, but you put this on your mind, and this becomes harder for you to start.
to positions out of
Mhm,
Brazil and America and Europe, and I don't have any English for that. So
mhm,
I think sometimes it's great for basic or something like
mhm,
I need to
mhm,
understand it. And I'm confessed sometimes I'm a little bit not shy. I'm something like I have a translator. Why I need to learn
mhm.
that? Something like that.
Uh-huh, uh-huh,
And but when she changed, she give to me this challenger, and oh no, I need to improve my English. I don't have an English for that, and happening this position, I'm stay for 1 month. I'm in this position for 1 month,
uh-huh.
and now I need, and it's completely different when you just imagine something like, oh, it's just for travel. For travel, I have my cell phone and I put the
Oh my God.
Oh
I
my
had this
God.
problem to talk too much about small things, and we continue the rest of the
Uh,
question. I'm sorry.
Even I know you don't like Instagram very much, but you know, you need to see my new videos. Oh my God.
Yeah, I already seen that.
Well, the people who recorded, they are here today. I'm gonna present it.
Ah,
They are
I
actually,
look at your videos in Instagram. You like, a superstar on Instagram.
I
How
will
can
have
I say?
that to them. Eles estão falando que amam o vídeo de vocês, viu, no Instagram. Eles, they are all
yeah.
sitting down here listening to your English, and they were telling me,
Yeah,
I
a
am
top influencer,
they
digital
are
influencer.
really inspired by you guys. They are saying here that they're like, G said global, and then they're like, is she from Global?
Yeah, yeah. Of course.
They are amazed with your English. You see, when you have people that don't speak English and then they listen to you speak English, they're here commenting saying how beautiful it is to listen to you guys speak English. So there you go. You guys are an inspiration for the people who comes, after you. And then now you need to aim people who are above you. So that's how it goes. They are here sitting watching your class. All right, so we don't have much time left. I don't want to take up, like, there's one part of this class that we won't have time to do today, but it's okay. That was my first group class, my pilot. So guys, tell me something. Let's discuss these questions about the material. Let me just share again. Here we go. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So according to the video, to James Clear's video, to the things that he emphasized, can someone succeed without setting goals if they have strong habits? Why or why not? G and Leo, what do you think? What did you guys discuss?
I think we didn't discuss that, but G, you can start it if you want to.
Really? But I saw that you were speaking English, so that's really good. So
Yeah, you know me, I talk too much with, the same idea. I have to stop that.
no, that's totally fine. I mean, we can do another class together so you guys can, always. But okay, so Flavia and Anna, what do you think?
Well, we discussion about it, of course, English and learning English and why, but we imagine everything we speak in the class, not just me and Flavio. It's about it something. It's of course a habit. It's put you on your goal and it's necessary, but I think it's something like Giselle, and I'm so sorry, I lost your
Leonardo.
name.
Leonard.
Leonard. Okay, it's different in here, so oh my God,
That's
the name. We are speak just how much hard it's put a habit in your life. For example, I think me and Flavio, it's now we are speak with different person in English. For example, most part of us speak with you or Fausto, and now we need to speak English with the others, and it's hard, but it's more about that. So, wow, we are comfortable speak English, but in this moment we speak with the other, it's different. So, I think we speak more general about the goals and habits, not just the questions.
okay. Okay, so talking about that, let's go to question number 14. Do you think people fail more because of poor goals or poor systems? He talks about this in the video, but what's your personal opinion about it?
Yeah, he talked about the importance of the system, and I agree with him. Like, the a strong system is more important than a goal in the like in the so far away, right? Because if you have a strong system, he talked a lot about the chain that as if we start to do something, we don't want to break the chain. And that's the importance to,
Use a lot of, use chain a lot. Chain, don't break the chain.
yeah,
You guys
yeah.
understand the chain, right? Don't break the chain.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think people fail more because of the poor system, because then you will have a poor goal, because we cannot achieve the goal without a strong system to do that.
A strong foundation, right?
Yes.
Okay. Anyone else?
Yeah, and you have to learn to build a good plan, also
Yeah.
to in order to construct this strong foundation that you said.
Nice. Guys, let me tell you something. We had a few other things to do, as you can see here in the material. We can do another time. Don't worry about it. You have the material. You're gonna see that at the end of each page, like final reflection, I created an exercise for you to practice your writing. So what you can do is write down, if you want to practice your writing, okay? You can write it. Leo, we have been discussing this in your class, so write down the answers. Do not use any kind of translator or any finder, like to find the best word. I want you to use the word you have or the words you learned from this class. Do not search for anything. Combine the words, and then you can bring that to our 101 class, or you can send it privately to us. Okay, we can take a look and then we can discuss your answers. But also to give you that hint of writing, okay? So we have this exercise, final reflection, the first part of the class. And I also have the role play. Don't worry about that. If you want to do that into writing, we can do it, but don't worry about that. You have so many nice beginnings that I thought about you guys, because I know you guys that you can use, to your speech, personal reflection and plan. That's one thing that I really would like you guys to focus on for our next classes. Write down one goal you currently have, and then that's what Leo said. We are going to build a plan for that goal. If you want to build a goal with English, we're gonna build a plan, for you. Not what we do here actually every day, but like I want you to write it down first. But write it down formally, like you're writing a letter, a recommendation letter. Okay, that's how I'd like you guys to dedicate to your writing. So in that way, we can practice some of our writing and grammar, since in our class we don't do that a lot, okay? Before we wrap up, I'd love to hear from you. Let's take the moment to reflect on today's lesson. Can you share one piece of valuable feedback from today's class? What stood out to you the most? What helped you the most in your learning process? What's one takeaway you apply moving forward? And about the class too. What made a difference for you today?
I think we have the opportunity to talk with other people that we don't know it in our lives. So we don't have contact in personally.
Yes.
So this is a good point. Very, very different when we have a one-on-one class. So that's a little different. And I think the topic is very, very, very interesting to our environmental and maybe our style life. I don't know if this is
Lifestyle.
lifestyle, if this is the best word to put here, but I feel the topic is very well.
Thank you. Also, it helps me to shape future sessions for you guys. So that's why I want to hear your feedback.
Yeah, it was great. Hey, I think it's a good way to be exposed to another person, to talk about other things
To
that
be exposed is a perfect way to describe the session.
yeah, exactly. And also, well, it was nice to meet you, Leo, and the other
Thank you. Nice to
students.
meet you too.
And yeah, looking forward to the next classes.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
and I think the next one we can set as 2 hours.
2 hours, right? That's what my marketing team here is saying, like 2 hours, because it's nice to listen. We can do that. As I said, it's just a pilot, and I want you guys to discuss and speak English and have other words. I want you to have all these kind of things. But we can shape our future sessions. Like it can be 2 hours, it can be during the week. You guys can actually suggest me some topics. Actually, that would be a great idea. Just, give me some suggestions, and then maybe I can create a class related to that. It's open for you guys. You guys are English Plus, so we can work together on this one. Leo, writing part, you have some writing exercise now.
Yeah,
I
finally.
thought about you when I created this class. I was like, I'm gonna give him a little writing.
Yeah. Well, I promise that I will do. I will
Please.
effort myself to write for you. And well, I'm very excited. I really like this class. And well, if you want to do this next Saturday, I'm totally up for it.
If you guys are up to it.
Yeah, the guys are people here are very cool. Uh, it's very nice to have it, this exchange and talking of other students that have more they have better abilities. One thinks that I don't, and
Correct.
help.
More like I like group classes. I don't think we need to stick with one-on-one class 100%, or we don't need to stick in a group class 100%. We can mix. I think it's a nice way to not get bored of English, not
Yeah,
get bored of the same methodology and material and these and listening, and it's a different way of shaking things around, right?
yeah, it's very good to pay at, pay attention to other students, other colleagues, and understand through them understand the errors that you commit yourself.
Yeah.
I think it's very cool. It helps for us to focus on our studies after the classes. So yeah,
You have these nice things.
it's
We
great, and
were
I
nine.
hope I hope that you continue this very fast and often. also
keep
very often.
going, you see, and now when you have this kind of class, you know what you need to improve. You're like, wow, okay, I am more advanced, but now I know what I need to improve more. You see, I'm gonna give you guys this private feedback this week to each one of you. I took a lot of notes because I want to make that into a class for myself and you when we are one-on-one. But anyway, we were supposed to be 9 today. See, that's something that was told in advance, so people need to plan. This is main point for me, commitment, okay? Commitment. We were supposed to be 9, people knew 2 weeks ago. It's about planning. Unless, of course, you have an urgent emergency at home or something. I mean, commit yourself, stick to it. Stick to
that's
it,
right.
That's what I'm saying. We were 9 subscribers today. Actually, last night, one of my students asked me to be included, and I included her last minute, and then she wasn't here today. And you know me, guys, I'm gonna be the instructor, but I also gonna be the one saying, if you don't do it, you're not gonna achieve it. There is no miracle. So there's one thing that it isn't in the market yet, is a chip that we open our brain and then we learn English.
Yeah.
It's not. The only way of learning effectively is interaction. Okay, some of you have been asking me about the AIs, right? Artificial intelligence. Yes, you learn a lot of things with artificial intelligence, but interaction, you're a human being. You're not going to interact with machines all the time. Hope not. We're not there yet. Okay, so combine interaction with tools that will help you enhance your English. Okay, guys, thank you so much. I really enjoy it. I'm very happy with this class. We're going to improve things together. Let me know if you have any suggestion for our next session. I intend to do in March another one. Okay. Then let me know if you need anything, and I hope to see you all this next week. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Hey.
Oh,
Thank
Bye-bye,
thank you,
guys.
Hen.
Bye. Have a
Thank you,
nice
guys.
day.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.